Welcome to the AMP Motorization video series. This installment will show how to connect and program your top-down, bottom-up honeycomb day-night shade from factory reset using the 15-channel top-down, bottom-up remote. When programming a top-down, bottom-up shade, be aware that you must have a top-down, bottom-up remote. The top-down, bottom-up shade will not operate properly with a standard remote. Note, there is an extra row of buttons on the top-down, bottom-up remote. These are critical for proper setup and operation of the shade. The left side buttons control the bottom rail, and the right side buttons control the mid rail. The left side buttons are also used to pair and program. Prior to pairing and programming, make sure the remote is unlocked. Remove the back cover and verify the location of the lock switch. Make sure to lock the remote after programming is complete to prevent any unintentional changes. Resetting the motor to factory settings. Press and hold the P1 button on the end cap of the shade until the motor jogs 4 times. This will reset the motor to factory settings. Pairing the remote to the shade. To begin pairing, choose the channel on the remote that will control the shade. Press and hold the P1 button on the end cap of the shade until the motor jogs once. In the next 10 seconds, press and hold the left stop button on the remote until the motor jogs twice. The remote is now paired. Repeat the same procedure to unpair the remote. Changing the motor direction. Check the direction by pressing the left up or down button. If the shade moves in the desired direction, move on to adjusting the upper and lower limits. If the direction needs to be changed, press and hold the left up and down buttons together until the motor jogs once. Verify the direction has been changed. After checking the direction, the motor will be in programming mode and the limits can be set. Setting the upper limit. Press and release the right up or down button to jog the mid-rail to the desired upper position, usually tight to the top rail. Be very careful not to over-adjust the upper limit as this will cause damage to the shade. Press and release the left up or down button to jog the bottom rail to the desired position, usually tight to the mid rail. Again, be careful not to over-adjust the upper limit or damage may occur. When both rails are at the desired upper limit, press and hold the left up and stop buttons together. The motor will jog twice, confirming that the upper limit for both rails has been set. Setting the lower limit. Press and hold the left down button to lower the bottom rail. Press the left stop button when the rail is near the desired lower position. Press and release the left down button to jog the shade into a fine-tuned position. Press and hold the right down button to lower the mid-rail. The mid-rail will stop at the closest proximity of the bottom rail. When both rails are at the desired lower limit, press and hold the left down and stop buttons together. The motor will jog twice, confirming that the lower limit for both rails has been set. The shade is now out of programming mode. To adjust the limits once set, put the shade back into programming mode. For upper limit adjustment, this is done by pressing and holding the left up and stop buttons together until the motor jogs once. Then repeat the process for setting the upper limit. For lower limit adjustment, press and hold the left down and stop buttons together until the motor jogs once. Then repeat the process for setting the lower limit. Setting a favorite or third position. Use the up or down buttons for both rails to move the shade to the desired favorite position. When the shade is at the desired position, press and hold the P2 button on the back of the remote until the motor jogs once. Press and hold the left stop button until the motor jogs once. Again, press and hold the left stop button until the motor jogs twice. Once the favorite position is set, press and hold the left stop button for 2 to 5 seconds and the shade will go to the set location. To delete the favorite position, repeat the process. The shade is now ready to operate at its fullest capability. Thank you for watching. Please visit ampmotorization.com for more information.